Ever get tired of writing? Tired of receiving news a week after it's happened? Have no fear, the Telegraph is here. The Telegraph is a machine that you use to create a series of sounds called dots and dashes or dits and dahs that are called Morse code. When you type the message, the electrical pulses go through the telegraph wires along the railroad tracks to the nearest train station. At the train station, an operator receives the message, translates it, and either prints it out or sends it to whoever you want. This was all created by Samuel Morse, a genius artist and scientist. Here's some of the satisfied customers stating their opinions on this new invention.
I love the new telegraph. I used to not be able to talk to my daddy at all since he's away a lot. But now, every time he visits the next train station, there's always a message for him that makes his day brighter.
This telegraph is awesome. This will help the military send coded messages like nobody's business. I definitely recommend using this device. When this telegraph first came out, I was thinking, Mamma mia, pizzeria, I cannot keep up with this technology. It's so advanced, you know. But then I used it, and I had a lot of fun, as well as my friends at the bakery.
The telegraph is totally in right now. I mean, I can finally talk to friends outside of school without having to walk to their houses to do it. But OMG, my mom's just like, you telegraph too much. Who are you telegraphing anyways? And I'm like, IDK, my BFF Jill. And she wants to take away my privileges, but I'm like, seriously, Mom? Even Grandma's using the telegraph. And she's like, Grandma, who are you telegraphing? And Grandma's like, IDK, my BFF Rose. But either way, the telegraph is amazing.
Dude, this telegraph is off the hook, man! Yeah! Wow! Wow! Yeah!
I liked it very much. Now I can talk to my mates and loved ones. Y'all gotta try this telegraph contraption. This telegraph is outrageous!
Oh yeah!
Now go out and use the telegraph today, only at 5 cents per message. And if you use it today, we'll throw in an exclusive interview with Samuel Morse himself, explaining how he came up with the idea and more. Side effects may include the Pony Express going out of business, increasing business exchanges, and news being able to travel across the country.
Hello there. Welcome. This is Bonnie Goldstein here with Samuel Morse. That's right. I'm a weather lady and an interviewer, but I like to say that got promoted. So anyways, Samuel, tell us, how did you come up with this idea of creating such a wonderful invention?
Well, it was about autumn 1832. A few scientists and I were talking, and one of those lingering questions came up. The question was, is the velocity of electricity reduced by the length of its conducting wire? Well, the scientists and I determined that electricity can pass instantly over any known length of wire and referred to Benjamin Franklin's experiments as proof. This gave me the idea of using electricity to communicate.
How exciting! Has there ever been any competition, say other people who thought of a telegraph, you know, before you patented it and all?
Well, technically not competition. I mean, there has been some people who've worked on something like this earlier on, but they never really had the right idea. So I can safely say that this is the first ever electrical telegraph ever invented.
Oh, well, it's good that you were able to move forward with your idea.
It sure is, and boy do I know that this baby can work. On September 1837, a successful experiment with 700 feet of copper wire was performed from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore.
Amazing! What did the message say? Do you remember?
Indeed I do. The message said, and I quote, "What God hath wrought."
Sounds epic. So, where do you think this new technology is going to be used the most?
Lots of places, but probably mostly spanned throughout the U.S. Oh, and I'm sure that the military will be able to master Morse code and use it.
Alright then! Now, let me just ask you this one question. It's one question I'm just personally wondering. So, if you had a successful experiment in September, then when did you file for a patent?
Good question. I filed a petition for a patent in October 1837. Interesting story. In February 1838, I petitioned to Congress asking for money to build an experimental telegraph line.
Awesome! Did it work?
Well, they funded me 30 grand, so... No, it didn't work. I'm kidding. It worked perfectly. It totally worked.
Okay! Wow, impressive. Alright, go out and use the Telegraph today at only 5 cents per message. And if you want a discount, just type the code Samuel Morse the Seahorse and you'll get to send messages free for a whole day!
Samuel Morse the Seahorse? Man, I wish my friends called me that in high school.